What's up, everybody? We are back. It's the catch up. It's your boy MX.
And Pookie Dubs.
Hey, Pookie Dubs. We are back with another episode.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was good, quite hectic, but it was a good one, very productive. So that's all I need. I need a productive week.
Be hectic, Kanjan. What did you get up to?
Work.
Work.
It's work.
Mine was also
then,
hectic.
Yeah. Okay, how was you?
There we go. Hey, I'm Bimnandi.
Yeah.
Okay, I could Bimnandi, but work as usual. Had a few shoots. Bengisekapa.
Yeah.
Lena kumhlaba wa Yan van Riebeck. And then we had interview Bengno stay. We shot interview Kakasin with DJ Lab and Onjubani Miss Portia.
Yeah, Miss Portia.
DJ Lab and Miss Portia.
Yeah.
Kahle, I was supposed to go on Sunday and then they had on Thursday. But yeah, Shais. I was like, so yes, thank you for the opportunity to win Nandi. Sikhuluma ngomculo omusha zobuphuma. But besides that, big poliwe, working hard, things being hectic as you say.
That's good. How's it going with the music?
Uhamba kahle for me project this week if you come at it. Shameless plug. I'm dropping a new project this Friday. Wasted Potential Volume 2. It's out on all DSPs. Excited.
Okay.
4 tracks and in GI. It's just nice music.
Why 4 tracks?
No, it's an EP. So
Okay.
it's a continuation of the first project, Wasted Potential Volume 1. So let's go to. I mean, I like to tell stories in my music. I want to share my theme. So yeah, we are Puma part 2, but then next month things will keep a mixtape. Or a Twitch tape where I feature like guys on Twitch, and then just how dead and we're in that time of It's also pointless holding on to the music. Like I've had some of this for how long, but I've had this for quite a while. So now it's just put it out, shoot videos for it, and just let the people enjoy the music.
I see a lot of people releasing music. Nasty C and AKA do a
Hey,
little collab.
did you hear Nasty?
Lemonade.
Yeah, did you hear his project though?
I didn't hear the
Ivyson
full.
Army.
I didn't hear the whole one, the full project, but I heard a bit of Cassper.
I like that track.
Yes.
Go loco.
Cassper. Who else was on there? Black Hip Hop.
I remember being dressed like a hobo.
MT was also on.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting one for hip hop.
No, it's an exciting one for Dubai for hip hop.
Yeah.
Guys, if you haven't checked it out, Ivyson Army tape. I think that's what it's called.
Yes, I think
it is so fire. But for it too. Guys, Nasty C is Goku. The boy does no wrong. Power level doesn't stop.
Didn't I mention to you, Uguti, we need Nasty C back in SA and to do his thing? Because I think he's inspired so many young people to do their thing on social media or in the game or hip hop, music in general. So I feel like him coming back is another.
He's been back. I think he just actually went to LA. He's in LA right now. But yeah, it's good to have him back in the game. I know that he's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. He started streaming, funny enough. Shout out to Audio Mac. Shout out to you, my dog. Talk to him. It's nice to see Guti how the new age is also moving forward with a brand. They're not just because I'm with a label, for instance, I'm gonna do things one way. He's putting videos of him making beats, interacting with his community and stuff like that. So yeah, man, shout out to him. And I'm telling you, the boy is gonna keep doing remarkable things.
Yeah.
Durban should be proud.
Definitely, because I saw a freestyle that he did not too long ago.
The C-Stick one.
Yes.
Eesh.
That was a nice one.
What was your favorite track? Because I think it's Lalele Song project.
I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I don't necessarily say I have a favorite, but I just like where he's going with his music. And I like how he's releasing closer to summertime. It's going to be a time where people can give his music the time it needs. Because, school holidays for the youngins.
Let's talk about Lemonade.
Okay.
What do you guys think of that?
It's a good one. It's a good collab that I wasn't expecting.
I love the video, the Chiga Machiga concept.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robert Boy, Nomuntu aka Nadia. I think it was so dope, it was so fresh. One thing people don't give aka credit for is say what you want to say about the guy, but he's found his sound. He knows who he is. remaking these old South African feel-good tracks, Sonke Swathandayo, and then putting hip-hop on it. Like, even say what you want, like his star, Omo, all the brand names he drops. Like, it's so fire how he does his thing, and I think it's an absolute banger. But ft.Nasty absolutely obliterated the track.
Oh yeah, he did.
Tell me more.
He did. I mean, he for me, the beat kind of sounded like Ngutu. I don't know.
I see that.
Yeah, I heard some Ngutu there. So that's why I was like, no, it's definitely a summertime jam.
Yes.
Enjoying yourself, so aka Nasty. So that's a good one. So I'm excited to hear more artists. You coming through with the music. So I'm excited. Aibo, come up the corner. But the other thing in regards to entertainment, which has been quite unfortunate, it's been quite a hectic week for a few entertainers. There was a video that circulated on social media earlier this week of Bab Vusi Thanda. I think a lot of people would recognize him from a sitcom that was on SABC 1 called Umzinwinzi's. He was Uchawe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was Uchawe. Kunje wayethini Uchawe?
As far as I'm concerned.
So a lot of people recognize him from then, and then you know that's definitely where a lot of people will see this man is really, really talented, you know, and it's a sitcom that is still being played to this day.
Oh, they're rerunning it.
Yes, they are.
I hope they're getting their royalties.
He was on social media, Twitter to be exact. He was holding up Katlaki Laga Capitec, asking for our donations.
Oh.
He was pleading with fans to donate a minimum of 10 Rand, and he's in dire need. He hasn't been working for a while, allegedly. He's been living off, rather, 1,800 and some change. And he's also supporting Inganzake with that. He has 2 sons. One is unemployed, the other one is still in school. He had a debt of 45,000 that he had to that he owed his landlord. 2020, unfortunately, he was diagnosed with diabetes.
Oh shit!
That's when he stopped working.
Yeah.
As soon as he got diagnosed with diabetes, his health was just declining, and he slowed down because he was also on the Queen. But I think he had to take. Yeah, he was. But I think he had to take a break to focus on his health. So then he asked and pleaded with social media to help him out, which they did.
This is not right. Like abantu, besides abantu abadala, just like these people raised us up on TV, like baskhuliza. So kubhlungu ukuzwa ukuthi whatever they were involved in, whatever productions, they're not being looked after, especially when you consider the fact that most of us pay TV licenses. We lose like a lot of old people who had so much impact when they were younger, and it's like, how do people support them beyond ngiyamazi or ngiyazi le ngoma? Like, how do,
that's true.
You know, it's like it's crazy.
Because I'm also thinking about the fact that he lives with his sons, and the one who's at a point where he could be employed is unemployed. So now that also goes to show how the unemployment rate in South Africa is affecting Inja.
Unemployment rate.
Was it at 53?
53.
53%, more than half. That I know, that it's more than half.
There were the events and lifestyle aspect because of having a lot of people in the ecosystem need leon toguti abantu, the foot traffic, where the mundos of paisama city or whatever it is. There was none of that. So because a lot of people took a blow.
Because employment was so uncertain then. So whatever someone had at the time, they had to keep it very close to themselves. Because even now with DJ Glock last month.
Not DJ Clark.
No, DJ Clark last month was having a bit of an issue. Umuzi by the bank was going to be repossessed. So he's also pleading with fans in regards to that, asking for assistance. Uzesho Lana on Twitter saying ngeke indlu yami ithathwe nikhona guys futhi niyangibona, and then he tagged several entertainers, several artists, DJ Spoo.
Oh, okay.
He tagged DJ Spoo. He tagged Questa in that Twitter post. He also tagged Reason.
Oh, really?
He tagged Reason. He tagged but it's the tags that I don't understand. Are these friends that you're asking for help? Or you just want to their fan base to see or
do you find
what's going on?
Do you find there was anything?
You call them?
No, that's what I was gonna get to. Do you find there was anything wrong about that?
I think so too.
I don't think so because no, I can see it from how you're seeing it, but I also think if we know each other beyond the music, right? And siyazana ukuthi siyawenza umculo, right? On today, in the entertainment industry, everyone wants to show what they're up to, like flex, I'm doing stuff, I'm doing the most. So if I know you personally and I get Gucci personal, blah, 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 but it's like, nah, I'm trying to get people to see this because I'm shown about Isimo Sam.
Yeah.
I feel, I didn't read the tweet, but ngayiza emotion, it's guys, so it's kind of like, I'm in a shitty situation, but to the point where it's like because like look out for me if you can. It's also a bit like unfair on the other people, but it's also like amandla mekhona they should, because kuthiwa izandla ziyagezana.
True, but where's his village?
Village leyo.
No, where's his family? Why? I mean, I always think to myself, why run to social media?
No, because phela mhlambe be breadwinner on behind the scenes. I know he had like albums and stuff that did well.
Yeah.
So maybe he is trying to do things behind the scenes, but then it's more effective as ababangani bakhe abadumile, because maybe the phela when people hurt in pain, they sometimes hurt in silence. So ungathola ukuthi lento he's been having it on his shoulders for years.
Yeah.
And hlambe manje sekushube ngempela, and it's like, you see, this is what I don't like. Whenever we lose creators or musicians, why didn't they talk? Why didn't they speak up? We were all here. And it's like, I think could be one of those situations, I could be wrong, where it's like, we all tell says, and he's saying it out loud and live, because whenever atrocities or the worst things happen, it's like, why angakhulumanga, we didn't know. So I would rather umuntu speak up, asho, and you know where they are, and I said my truth, rather than ukuthi bamane bathule taking all that pain. And because maybe even if the people they tagged can't help him, maybe they can create a situation that can help him.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm always thinking of what happened? What's wrong with the relationship with you and your family too, that you cannot go?
But that's what I'm saying. We don't know if he did that behind the scenes.
True.
Because all we're gauging this off is what he's doing now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting.
That's quite interesting. It's very unfortunate. I think it's testament. I think the Minister of Arts and Culture needs to really do a workshop, yama creatives and things of that nature, how to manage imali zabo.
Yeah.
And also better understanding how to read a contract and what each contract means for you in the next 5 years or 10 years, so on and so forth. Because I'm thinking, going back to Bab Vusi, ukuthi their contracts were maybe open-ended, but now I think with more stories Anjena coming out, you need to understand the print. Go to ama lawyers with ama contacts akho bawafunde, because they know how to read between the lines. Ungasayiniswa i-contract ekwi-parking. Usman money. Ukuyaphuthuma sokunika manje 250,000 ukuthi uqale into yakho.
But
so they bum rush.
Is it the responsibility of arts and culture though, or whoever it is? Because what I'm thinking is, it's not necessarily umsebenzi wahulumeni ukufundisa. Uhulumeni, I say that because people are in different stages of their careers. Khona mhlambe 5,000, like we were saying last week. khona mhlambe or 5 million, whatever it is. It's different. Kunzima, we already put so much pressure on uhulumeni on basic service delivery. So I think ukuthi the best thing, as you're saying, is going to the lawyers and encouraging a culture of abantu bafunde and connecting with the, like akulula, and it's easy to say manje ngoba nathi siyabuka, but I think ukuthi it needs to be, because they're in the music industry that's controlled by private entities. It's not in the but music industry yahulumeni is what I'm saying. Yeah. So even with something like a SABC, it's more about linking up with those third parties that could actually give you the information that can actually benefit your career in the long run. Like kulula ukusho manje because ungathola ukuthi lama organizations avikela abantu that teach abantu izinto weren't there when that happened. But nje ibhlungu lento ukuthi masumdala ucreator umane uphelele emoyeni, no one cares, there's no royalties are asked ukuthi uyathola nje ama royalties, so it's crazy.
Because I don't think ikhona into ayitholayo if you just earning 1,000 and some change for abantu about 3 and uyafunda lo munye, you know. So it's quite crazy what's happening. Also another interesting thing which I've seen, it's become quite a trend.
What?
We see a lot of entertainers begqoke iphandla ngafo.
Happy Heritage Day. Happy Heritage Day.
Happy Heritage Day. No, I didn't. I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing for Heritage Day. To be honest, it was just a holiday that just went by for me.
Okay.
Like I'm not one to celebrate izinto enjalo.
Why is that? And I'm not judging you. I'm just asking because why is that?
Why don't I celebrate izinto? Okay, first of all, I think it's beautiful for us to acknowledge the different cultures that exist within South Africa. But another thing for me, I always see these as another marketing tool, another way to make money.
For who?
For the advertisers, you know.
Yeah. So is that why you don't celebrate it?
No, I don't celebrate it because I'm Zulu every day, all day. You know, I'm not Zulu for just one day. I'm Zulu every day, you know. And for me, I think I celebrate being Zulu by maybe understanding myself as Intombi Zulu, reading, researching, speaking to elders, you know, understanding what was happening within a family lineage too, and things like that. It's not just a one-day thing. I think for me, especially now that we are more exposed to more cultural practices as a youth, that's I think that's how I celebrate it. I celebrate it every day.
But why I ask is happy Shaka's Day, Heritage Day. It's funny good bad time to start izinto zethu bayishintshe ngoba so point it out. But beku New Year we Africa ngitse. Yeah, New Year we Africa. Would you like to expound today? Why is it African New Year, maybe Heritage Day?
Celebrate usiko lwethu mfowethu siziveza thina siyazigqaja ngobuthina asisebenzi indaba yabantu bangale abohlanga ngizosebenzisa lelo gama it's abohlanga.
Yes. And bengibuka ubaba man, I'm so bad at forgetting, like igama lakhe ngikhohli bengibuka behleli no lo mfowethu wasegoli uDJ Sbu and bebekhulu kahle kahle ulandela Bab Vusi Thanda Cradle Mode and uyasho ukuthi ngoSeptember New Year we-Africa kahle kahle in the sense ukuthi mubuka ama-China mandiya abelungu, everyone has a calendar that they follow, and thina ngoba silahlekile njengama-Africa ngoba celebrate in siyabo, but and our New Year according to amasiko uyona Heritage Day. That's when we're supposed to do our thing, because mubuka New Year wamanje lethela lo lesidodla sakhismosi ohamba kwi-snow adla amakhekhe, thina sinayo i-snow le Africa. So it's very important ukuthi we learn these things, and we by no means are well versed in this, not to we discovering and we learning, but into eshoyo uthi if we all unite around understanding New Year wethu unini a lot more things will start making sense. I'm butchering it up now, but something along those lines. So stuff like this is important. Understanding why is it in September? They've told me before with no izinto zingo September ngoba yabo simsezulu simkanjena lokhu kwenza kanje, and I'm like, oh snap, ngiyayidinga, like I need to learn leyo nto ngoba khathi bancane mina bekungena la kuphuma nga yabo ungalaleli.
That's very true. So I think we are very fortunate to ukuthi manje we being exposed to izinto eziningi, but I think at other times nalezi zinto lezi exposed to, there are negative there's a negative side to it, because manje there are people who know manje the need for us to understand more about ourselves. So manje abanye badla ngalokho. We see on social media, gogo banbani, baba banbani, mkhulu banbani. You know, now bazama ukusidukisa, especially now we live in a generation that is so accepting to things that I believe ebe fihliwe dala.
So you see what you're seeing now happening with all black, I think you said all youngster, bonke ngoba bagqoke isphandla aka the Zulu Rolex. Imnandi leyo nto ngoba ichaza ukuthi siyaziqhenya ngokuthi sobani siphuma kephi yini simelayo. And I say all that to say, when you look at other cultures, other civilizations, Portuguese, Asians, everyone has their own form of how they connect with their identity through their culture. So thina as abantu abamnyama why thina fanele hlezi sihleka sidansa cha, we are a sophisticated ancient people. Yeah, so zonke lezi zinto, as much as it seems like it's not cool, no, this is why we are cool. This is why samba ngendlela esamba ngayo sikhuluma ngendlela esikhuluma ngayo, because we come from kings and queens. As corny as it sounds, ngeke iqiniso ngeke basitshele. In other words, we're not going to get it through their inventions. So fanele is like we need to keep our elders keeping that knowledge to us and passing it on. Mina, I know ukuthi la ngikhona manje I'm more open than I've ever been in my life ngoba ngishilo, it's like siphuma lana sihlala la bona mingajumpa manje noma kwenzeka izinto ezithile bazokhwanja, they're going to go overseas. Most of them have 2 passports, yabo, like someone in their family bangali thina, this is our home, and we don't even celebrate or care to know ukuthi why kunjeni, and all that knowledge can be accessed, but we collectively need to come together.
Yeah, but then we also need to know the right avenues to take in regards to really understanding, because like I said, I think abanye bethu are at the point where we're so desperate, because manje ezinye izinto bathi mhlambe ukuvaleka komsebenzi ukuthi ungasebenzi noma ube nenkinga mentally and or depression and things of that nature is because there were untouched things in your family that have carried on through the bloodline. Manje seyiphuma ngawo.
No, but buka la yini depression ngento ngesizulu yini ukhathale yini?
No, phela kunencazelo yakhona.
No, I admit, and obviously abazali bethu badlulu like tough, crazy psychological things that were bad that got passed on to us, but we can't act ukuthi them being together and umubona omunye umuntu bekune sense of ubuntu, bekune izinto that were positive about it that we have lost today ngoba ngesinye isikhathi simanisicabanga njengobelungu, and that's not a good or a bad thing, but it's more positive manje ukuthi sizama ukufunda. The fact that we're seeking out knowledge into enhle leyo ngoba siyabona ukuthi yini don't cancel me clients, what this that corner, some ideas don't really go with who we are as abantu.
Can I tell you why? Okay, my opinion in regards to what you're saying.
Yes.
How our parents were able to maybe get through it better than us is because they were more connected than we are. Tina, we are living in 2 different worlds. When they were living in one world, bonke going in one direction, right? Tina, we split between 2 worlds. That model C life, and also kusana lento yokuthi umuntu omnyama you know. So I think both worlds cannot be one. So kuyaclasha. Mingisi kuyaclasha mina. I think mina imoya ibuyi clash in regards to that. I think that's why maybe sihlaselwe izinto esingayi-understand, because ngathi uthi ungala kakhulu then you are this side and khona into efuna ukukubizela ngala okumele ngabe ukhona. So I think for me there's such a disconnect with us in regards to culture, in regards to our spirituality, to a point where there are things now that are forcing themselves on us.
No, but mina fanele sokumukele lokho. Our generation collectively siyadinga ngoba ngishilo.
That's true.
Gcina sesibona ukuthi ezinye izinto akusizona ezethu. Singayithanda noma singasikhuluma siziphuma ngamakhala umucimezeli umkhuluma njengongamula, but egcineni ngeke uyishintshe lento eyiyona. And I think that's where the two crossroads are happening. Bona bathi you can be anything and do anything and everything, but thina mesibuka traditional values and where we come from culturally, it's more like you have almost roles to play in umphakathi. This is how you raise a family. This is how you're a man. This is how you're a woman. Things may move forward, but the biology doesn't change. Ngaphakathi safana, we still and even if you do want to change, these things take hundreds of years. So ngoba sithi sabantu with the people of the Ntu, Yonguni, yonke leyo nto nomlando, and ngobosho, it's manifesting itself in ways that we can't even understand.
That's right. So that's why I go into maybe that's why we're in such we're in the middle. That's why we're so confused and we're stuck. We are a very stuck generation, and we're also the freest that we've ever been.
But I think
but
it's
also
yes.
we are so stuck, and we're not a generation of labels. So you can't label me. You can't say this is how I'm a woman. This is how I should act as a woman. Act like a woman. What do you mean? But it doesn't mean it or act this way. Or if you're a man, it's all about the labeling. Abantu abaningi don't like to be labeled as if this is what a woman is supposed to be like. This is what a man is supposed to be like. This is what a child
whose idea
is supposed to be
because
like.
Because man,
it's a movement. There's the feminist movements. There's all types of movements rather that are contradicting themselves and are just creating a ball of confusion with all of us. That's why now we
mengicabangisisa kahle lento. Abazali bethu and the previous generation, they were not perfect, right? But khathi besikhulisa bebesizama ukusifundisa izinto ezi-right ngokubona kwabo. The ultimate love, unconditional love that you get is always going to be from your parents. So you remember how you grew up. Nami, I remember how I grew up. So thina amesoba ney'ngane manje sibatshela ukuthi ngenze nomini. I'm not saying it's wrong ngoba izinto fanele ishintshe, but there is a reason why things have to be the way that they are. And futmubuga, like the other races, they stick to their traditional values, and that's why collectively they know who they are. Not knowing who you are means you don't know where you're going. In things like muzo, I know it's even ironic. No, we're the middle children, we can't change that. But as I get older, I'm starting to see the wisdom and starting to understand it might not have been easy in their world, but if we lose all of that and I can identify as anything, no, China, what kind of tomorrow are we going to have?
That's true. But can't we also put irresponsibility kwabazali now?
No, we can't.
I mean, how did you grow up? Did you grow up as a traditional man? Did you grow up as a... No. It starts... No.
We can't keep blaming them.
That's true. But kwizinto zabantu edinga umuntu omdala zizodinga umzali.
Wena usumdala manje andi.
No, I understand that, but sometimes uyabona umuntu kuthiwa woza noma wakho, woza nobaba wakho,
but
uqala ngayo ima wakho, uqala ngobaba wakho. You can't tell me you don't.
Okay, asithena abekho due to unforeseen circumstance wenzani
omdala khona
abekho. But that's what I'm saying. Ukuthi we are Michael Jackson. We are the world. We are the future. We are the.
So are you telling me ukuthi in regards to traditions and bakhona abazali bayaphila, are you gonna skip them and do your own thing?
Okay.
With something that is so fragile and there's a history kubo bobabili abazali abahlangana to create you. History wena ungayazi kwayo.
Ngiyakuzwa ngicela ukuphendula wona lo mbuzo exactly.
Yes.
Life, it's the circle of life, right? Simba was Simba emncane, right?
No, I'm thinking lento esho ukuthi in a traditional what you are still a child. Why usho kanjalo?
Ngithi mina uzomdinga umuntu omdala, right? Because bona khona into abayiphethe wena ozoyidinga ekutheni for you to be able to do some things traditionally, right? There's history. There's an understanding of izinto zokuthi zihamba kanjani kulesibongo. Wena ungazazi ngeke uqhamuke uthi udlule umama uyobheka izinto mhlambe ezakwaDlamini, udlula ubaba nangu baba ukhona uyaphila, uzomdlula yena uye komunye umuntu ubheka izinto zakaDlamini wena ezingane. Fanele uqale kubaba. Ubaba mhlambe khona naye la azokwazi ukulekelela khona kwezinye izinto zomlando wakini. You cannot into enomlando phakathi ngeke uzokwazi ukumdlula ukumjump umzali.
Imake mfethu othi because you're going deeper and deeper into what you're thinking and ngizama ukubonisa ngenye indlela ongebuka ngayo. You're right. Umuntu omdala fanele hleze khona izinto zenza ngendlela ethile but kuyahluka from imndeni to imndeni. 1 2 ngoba bengisho ngoSimba ngoba ngifuna ukubeka ngendlela oyibona ngayo. uSimba okay God wild benganenza umathanda. God older started realizing stuff. Yakhumbula bokumfula abuke reflection and he realized that he is his own father and he needs to live up to this. What I'm trying to say is that empilweni there's phases and you can't keep saying that, especially you abantu abadala onto the next phase now. Izinto ngeke beyikhumbule. 1, they're not as fresh as you. They don't have as much energy to wenza izinto njengawe. When they had their most energy, that's when you were small. So you also need to realize what okay, let me connect the dots, but I'll figure ngomqondo ukuthi teach me now. I need to know when dial.
I don't believe it. That's why we still have abantu abadala like
uzomcela kanjani umuntu ona 60 izinto usuna 30 like.
No, I'm saying ukuthi then there wouldn't be young people going to abantu like Bab Joshua Maponga who is a Gitin, who is a source of so much history that he can teach us through maybe his experience as growing up and also some of the research that he's made as an elder.
As we get older, we take the wisdom that we've learned and it comes like, oh, that's what. Sure, that's what they meant at that time. Or how many epiphanies have you had? Like, oh shit, that's what that meant. Many. It's the exact same thing. Like, they've done their best. Meaning, if I'm so stressed with some school fees, I can't sit you down every day because now I'm going off what I know. And I'm going to give you the best I can. So, or whatever it is, that is the information you're supposed to be learning from.
But abazala basondezi, even umcimbi uzothiwa hamba hlala no cousin bakho abasho ukuthi wozala. Okay, ngani yami. Nakhulok. Even mina kubalekile ukuthi ingane uhambe nayo kancane understand this.
Listen. That's a personal thing that you have to figure out how, yabo. Ngoba shilo imndeni operator ngendlela ehlukile. Yonke imndeni ngeke ifane, right? And that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
But mina ngoba uhlele eduze kwami, I see a nice respectable woman, kuthe kahle, okhuluma kahle, ozinakelelayo. I see a lot of positive stuff. So just because you got 90% for a test does not mean ukuthi why lo muntu 10% engawutholanga abanye abanawo 10%. You still came out well. And what's dope is you even know what steps you need to take.
Yeah.
Families are not perfect.
True.
Yabo. And enye into fanele sikhumbule ukuthi someone always has it worse than you. You know them in your life.
Yeah.
Khona abantu who have less than you, some have more. Inkinga yethu sometimes ukuthi silokhu sibuka izinto esinganazo and why. Ngoba ngishilo, they did well. Like uzobona now mhlambe nami less age yabo where I'm starting to see a bit more like yo bekunzima mfethu, like damn, you had to do that, you had to do this, and it's like they also have to protect you and give you zonke lezi zinto. So kuningi abakwenzile wena into ofuna kuyibonga ukuthi you even have the brain to see ukuthi okay mhlambe kushoda la noma xega la, what can I do, how can I approach this, let me start the convo. Then from there, constructive. You're not blaming now. Now you're not saying you or this or that.
No, I was never blaming.
No. But now you're coming from, okay, this is not. Yabo. Let me see what can I do in this. Can you see how much power you have? Because it's what can I do? Okay, sure. I think I land. That's in my deadline. All right, let me do something about this.
I get it, but I'm just saying, Uguti, especially in how fragile it is. Not fragile, but how important it is. Uguti ingane understand umlando wayo. Noguti ukuba whatever culture that you're in, what does it mean for you? And ibusiso oyitholayo muwenze izinto ezithilo yonke into mihamba ngolayini kuthi kwenzakalani empilweni yakho, right? There might not be as much dismay in your life, there might be not as much as you might get to your purpose quicker than you would have, if some things were not maybe.
But you're looking at the positive only. What about laba benzayo and then still akwenze? What about that?
That's why I say which is very no, it is. If why you do it right. That's why I'm saying baninga abantu abadukisa abanye. We live in an era where ukhuliso ubaba ngayena wakho. Right? That's uthatha isibongo sakhe loyo muntu leso. Kwenzakalani afterwards?
We're going to open a can of worms. Everyone's got issues here.
Yeah, there's indaba yebongo. There's indaba indlela owakhula ngayo. There's so much that happens when it comes to being umuntu owasemhlabeni.
All I'm going to say is that game yako now is off.
Yes, that I think
where your child asks you these questions that you are asking.
Yes, that I think it's really important for us now to maybe we'll be the generation to better let me not say the words that I was about to say because I think it would be unfair, but maybe we'll be able to ingane sihambise ngendlela yokuthi ezinye izinto eziwumkhokha emndenini yethu ukuthi ivaleke, ukuthi maybe certain habits or certain things eyehlela wena as umuntu wesisibongo nesithile engekho yinhle ukuthi kuvaleke. And I think once izinto zivaleka enjalo that creates so much disorder amongst our families, the family structure will be stronger. And we need a very strong family structure, especially in the times that we're living in now.
So how do you get a strong family structure? Simplify this. How do you get a strong family structure?
I think getting a strong family structure is by, first of all, understanding the function of a family.
Yeah.
And
so
everyone
within
what? And everyone within the family structure.
Which means
baba, ingane, umam.
Okay. And I think we're having a 360 moment now. Whether we like it or not, ingane can only learn through watching. You are a product of your environment. So mukhuliso umama, like aspiring to be umama will teach you how to be umama. If you khuliso baba uzo aspirish monganabo hlampu aunt noma umalume noma yini zonke lezo zinto, it's within us, and it's like isinto and being cultural as possible is the yabo yonke lembuzo nayo kunendlela ethile yokuyibeka to make things happen. So that's why I'm asking, what's a strong identity? Knowing who you are, knowing what you stand for, knowing that you don't know, and unembuzo ethile.
So can I ask you something as you know?
Ask you stay.
Yeah,
stay.
How do you silence the world and allow a ngithini? You get what I'm trying to say though?
Yeah,
How do you
how do you save them from izinto ongafunda by influence?
How do you silence all that influence that's currently happening now as emhlabeni, where it's so ingane namhlanje you see nje behavior yabo, it's quite scary, because there's some things that I see that my niece is currently doing or behave the way that she behaves right now. It's beyond the age yakhe. You get what I'm saying? Into iPhone esikoleni. These kids are so smart.
Into engakutshela yona bena ukuthi like yokuqala nje nake indaba zakho. Khohle uphume ebantwini. That's when uzophila. Yabanga ngathi kufika umngane wakhe ezokutshela ukuthi obani bakhulume ngawo bathini. Fine. Ungayikobalwisa. Angithi unotwayi lakho nawo nezilonda zakhe kumele uyinake. Nake izilonda zakho thile iziphole. Kuloko kwezingane mina I'd say ezami since nginezingane zizokhula ngendlela engakhula ngayo. Ubungozi bamantombazane mewukuthi umfana, ubungozi babafana mewukuthi umfana. Because sonke sinotwayilethu, sineyinkinga zethu eziningi, but usuthathe ngilokho njana inkinga zakho uzibeke komunye umuntu, then you start bashing lo muntu kami. But now uneyinkinga zakho, now unezilonda emhlanje. So leyo ukuthi fanele umzala zeze kwena azokutshela. If engalitholanga ithuba kalitholanga, funda kuyena. Ufunde kubafweni.
Ufundile like it's crazy, but sometimes into ehlangene nempilo mhlawumbe nokufa or whatever zikusondeza zikukhumbuza izinto nawo ongazi ukuthi uyazazi.
Exactly.
Like you get what I'm saying, like when you get pushed to the limits or something supernatural or whatever, ila ubona khona ukuthi yini engiyaziyo. Okay, umoya wami nonjani, ngumuntu onjani, lento buyisho earlier on ufanele uzibuye uzithola ukuthi umuntu onjani. So ama situations affect abantu ngendlela ehlukile, and it's inevitable. You're going to go through izinto and now uzobona so indlela ethile noma umshana wakho sekubuka ngendlela ethile ubuka njengo aunt. Now uzokhumbula ukuthi hawu nami aunt engumbuka.
But also, with those two, you can tell the function of umzali nomuntu omdala in his life. So you didn't necessarily have to discover everything. It was okay, so I'm going to observe everything. Yabo ngiyifundise mina. Kukhona laba bakufundise kona, right?
No, uthena be observer. He observed.
I'm saying all the yonke into shuthi oyifundile is through observing, not through mhlambe bekusondeze bethi woza uzo kunje. No, I'm just asking.
No, you're asking, you keep rephrasing the same thing differently.
Because I wanted to learn. That's why I observed. Mina umaluma angizange mina khona lento ekuthi ukudodiswa esiZulwini.
Yes.
Angidodiswanga mina.
Oh.
Mina angizange ngibe nesikhathi sokuthi ngizohlala nobaba phansi noma nomalume phansi. Banje ukuthi okay ezimfana fanele wenze kanje ABCD to Z. No, angizange ngithole isikhathi. Into engayithola ukuthi mekwenziwa something ekhaya fanele ngibe eduze nayo leyo nto ukuze ngazi ukuthi okay mekwenziwa into ukuthi nokuthi fanele themba into ukuthi mekwenziwa into ukuthi kwenziwa kanje mekuthi kwenze yabo.
Ngizama inqamo lento ngoba solokho esingenile yabo ngama personal experience ukuthi izinto mhlambe zinjani. We're going to find ama similarities nezinto ezihlukile through each other's stories. So mhlambe nawe imbuzo ethile nami nginembuzo nosithe sonke kuyafana kuya overlap, but I think the important thing we can take from yonke lengxoxo besinayo manje ukuthi asiziqhenye ngokuthi the little bit of knowledge we do have and mhlambe siyithathe zama uku-apply ngendlela esikwazi ngayo in the real life, ngoba just asking imbuzo uba uzokuphendula akekho umuntu ozokuphendula nawe. It's like faneke iqhamuke from within ukuthi oh no ngiyakufuna lokho kodwa uthi ngenze ngendlela ethile ngoba ngishilo konke okuhlukile akufani ngeke kufane ngeke kuhluke.
No, but it's true.
But into mina engithandayo ukuthi sesifike at the, because we're all over 25 la. Sesifike at the age where it's like oh shuthi cutting na 10 umuntu bebenza kanjena. Oh, they were just bebe ingane nabo trying to figure it out. Nabo mhlambe benembuzo mhlambe betsawa mhlambe bethukile, but iminyaka nendlela abafundise ngayo force them to be in a position where it's like hayi fanele kube nje. It's never going to be perfect and fanele sibonge lokho kusinakho and just keep seeing how life goes because life is life.
Yeah, that's true. But it's quite exciting to see abantu appreciating and our culture more and more and more on social media. Uyababona abantu beqhenya ngama cultures abo and doing the research, and we are being exposed to things that maybe were taboo.
Yeah, because 10-15 years ago ongeke ubone ivideo uyangistana shaya isiphaya yabo la ukuthi not even like bungeke ukubone mhlambe oshwik maskandi video leyo show ethile yabo bekufihliwe, but manje it's like bayiqhenya. That's why shout out to Java Black Diamond, just shout out to yabo wonke umuntu osiqhenyayo ngokuthi ubani uphuma kephi, bangafaka nesingisi mebefuna bangenza kanje ngoba sitshengisa ukuthi lento singenza ngendlela ehlukile. And le South Africa abantu abamnyama, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's 48 million of us. And then abantu masisiphelele we almost like 55 million or 60. So izinto enjena fanele ngoba ziyenzeka vele. Ayenzi sense ukuthi yabo silokho siphile into eyangale sibaningi kangaka lana. We supposed to be learning about abantu beSwati, abantu beSxhosa, abantu be all paid. We supposed to be learning yonke leyo nto zamanguni ngoba sonke izinto eyodwa, izinto sizenza ngendlela ehlukile, but at the end of it we are all black. we are.
Yeah, quite a touchy one.
Yeah, it
but I think
deep.
Quite a touchy one.
Do you have anything else?
No. See, Cassper no Pretty Ugly next week.
Is it happening?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yes.
Who do you guys have your money on?
Like I said, Pretty Ugly.
Pretty Ugly.
I like his form, and I think he's just a
Oh, so when I'm
killer.
event?
They were face to face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see this. Ha. So Npechakba. Pretty ugly.
No, he looks like he can do the.
I love the chihuahuas. I love the short guys.
No, I'm pretty ugly. He's like very, very talented. I've known him for years. Like baller, twempo, njini ukudansa ukujima nje umuntu ophiwe ngamatalent lo one. Ngiyafuna ukumsupport uPriddy, but uCassper no, ayikuthi ngiyamdoubt ngoba une aggression and he's well built, but uCassper is just like bigger dog. And him being bigger, think of all the fights, the boxing matches. Cabanga the guy who just contended for the heavyweight. It's not always the guy who looks like they're gonna win also win. Sometimes try to story and yes. Mayweather. No.
The tall one, not
okay, so umkhohliwe igama, but it's never the guy who's in physical tip-top men's health condition who usually wins in boxing. Ngoba the guys who are bigger just usually have strength and they know how to take a punch.
No, we had a boxer. Who was the famous South African boxer that was
Baby Jake McCloud.
Nah, who Baby Jake?
Floyd Mayweather is shot.
That's all reference.
Paco.
Pacquiao.
As long as you can move faster,
yes,
nail your punches.
Someone timestamp this, Mark. This is where I prove them wrong. I think Cassper, Pretty Ugly is my nigga, and I want him to win. Ngoba ngayithanda the underdog. And to top off, ngiyamazi songcwele ngaye, but I know Cassper's gonna win.
No, but listen, also Cassper.
Unless if he's bulked up, Priddy washintsho about something. What was the weigh-in difference? And Modang?
No, I didn't. Cassper said if he loses this fight, he's gonna stop this whole boxing situation.
No.
So no more. But if he wins, he's coming for a big Zulu.
Cassper Nyovest boxing match. War of art. Oh yeah. Okay, I just want to see I can't wait to put an end to all your arrogance. Your fam is going to have to pardon these knuckles because khala orasa. Okay, I'm gonna silence it on behalf of all the people. I know they are tired of it too. That's from Pretty Ugly. Haha, I love the facts that I'm fighting someone who talks back. My last fight was boring. This is going to be fun. We will see if that six-pack is solid or if it's just for pictures. I'm going to bang that body hard. I promise you. No homo. No, it's no homo. Yes, I'm going to bang that body hard. I promise you. No homo. See you next Saturday at SAHeritageDay. Alright, man. Oh, yeah, I should pause that. Okay, I'm excited. Sing it on.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
One.
I've watched the first two.
In there?
The batches. I think this is that too.
Oh, Cassper.
I watched with Knock Music, and then I watched with Slick Talk. The very first two.
Hey, Slick Talk, I'm sure I've got what are you saying?
100K.
Hey, I don't know why you talk so much. You talk so much, and your fans don't like you.
Yeah. No, that match was too short. I want a real match. I want a real match.
I think the Big Zulu. No, he was supposed to win that one. Like Buzamajita, like even Gori. I don't know why they did that publicity stunt. Fight. There's no way Unak won that fight. That's what I'm saying. Winning on my point. Oh, when uhleli ukuthi wawina nje lapho amshaya clean. I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright. Knock music got it. Knock music got it.
Oh, those nights were. I want a real fight.
Fly high.
Fighting for real. I want a real fight.
I think that Big Zulu. Yeah, let's actually not go over just talking like Nak didn't beat him. Nak beat him. Yeah. So it's pretty ugly. Gonna live up to the hype.
Hopefully.
Hey,
I faith.
In knockouts. That's what I want to see.
No, you won't see it.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You won't see
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because it's not that serious. At the end of the day.
No. That's what we've been seeing are not even TKOs. It's just But it's gonna be nice. Guys, let's wrap this up. This has been a fantastic episode. Ashi loads. I send the show.
No, we're not. We haven't left anything.
I
think we've spoken about.
Yeah, this was the heritage episode, yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. You know, I learned some things that I'm gonna take away. So yeah, I think I still believe. Ukuthi kuqale move. Yabo. Iphambili liqale move and mina nje ngiyayiphasisa lento yokuthi hopefully nathi as abazali, you know,
then rectify wena ngoba nawe igame lakho liyazi igame lakho.
Yes. But yeah,
pretty soon you'll be able to do how izinto nawe uzwayo ngendlela nawe ubona ngawo usola sonke isikhathi yakhumbula khathi una 10 11 ujaha uba na 13 waba na 30 yabo impilo injalo nawe isikhathi sakho sizofika uwenze ngendlela yakho ubone now. With that being said, guys, I think let's wrap this up. Wasted Potential Volume 2 dropping on Friday. Please make sure to check that out. Fire EP dropping mxsouthafrica.com if you want more.
Please don't forget, guys, Saturdays and Sundays, DYR 105.1 FM, or you can also stream in the shows live on www.dyr1051.co.za. It's called HQ Headquarters with AP and Andile 9 to 12 every Saturday and Sunday. Very exciting show. Talks about a bit of gossip, talks about topic of the day, talks about the trends. It's nice, fun, relaxed, Durban vibes, you know, so kumnandi. So don't forget that. Also my social medias. Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying. I will unprivatize izinto. Instagram is Pookie Dubs. Facebook is Andile Pookie Dube. I have Twitter. It's the pretty girl with the dirty mouth that has nothing on there for now.
Guys, see you next time.